years and years ago, I brought a cross into the station. Because every time you go out that door, a lot of people don't realise this, you mightn't come back. That's the type of job it is. It can happen, and it did happen. So I brought a cross in, and I put it up here on the wall, just for safety. And the cross disappeared. I don't know where the cross went to. Now that was a good few years ago. And if you look up there now, you can see the shape of the cross on the wall.
Sitting here talking away, and the bells can go, and you could be going to anything. You could be going to rubbish on fire, you could be going to a multiple car crash, you could be going to a chimney fire, a house on fire. God forbid the next stardust could happen in 2 seconds' time.
You see the cross there now. The shape of the cross on the wall, perfect. And it's there years and years, and it never lost that shape on that wall. So you wouldn't know what it means.
I'm the district officer over the C district, and
what's the name that case on?
most nights now I would sort of drive around the business area downtown.
Yeah, you never know what you might find, you know. You get the occasional guy coming off a bike, or maybe a small crash or whatever. It can help sometimes if you're on the scene earlier to give the lads a bit of let's say insight before they're coming. When they're coming up to a case, if you could tell, I could actually tell them what was happening.
He's having trouble flexing the arm.
Left leg is very sore as well.
The accident's going, he was very, very lucky, considering where he ended up.
He's okay, he's fine.
When we just arrived here, seeing he got knocked off a motorbike, he got it over there. So I don't know if it was a hit and run. But 3-2 got here before us. Keep the board under, right, now, send it back, 1, 2, 3. I'd say the weather we have tonight now, we'll probably be out all night, because it's very bad now. You see yourself.
Awkward situations are a job. If you get a car crash, there's a man in the car and there's a child seat in the back. You see the child seat, and you know that this guy has kids at home. And all of a sudden it's getting personal then, because you get in there, you do whatever work has to be done to save this guy. And once you do that, that's your job done, and you do that as best you can. But you can't start to look into his personality and start to worry about him as a person. You're worrying about him as a casualty, as a means to doing your job, I suppose you could say. As I say, like, you can get good days and bad days. You could go out there and get 5 or 6 fatalities in one day. I mean, if you were still thinking about the first one, how would you deal with the fourth? You can't keep thinking about the people who get killed.
If it happens, that's through no fault of yours, that you don't save a person or something like that, even though you know yourself, you know in your heart and soul that there's nothing whatsoever you could have done about it. You've done your best. Nobody could have asked you to do anything more, but at the end of the day you weren't successful. Well then, that's a big downer to anybody in the job. We'd often come back here now and the atmosphere in the place is really down as compared to normal. But when we're in here normally we haven't a bit of crack. There's a good atmosphere in here, but when you go to a fire and something serious happens and maybe somebody doesn't make it, it's a bit of a downer for the lads.
So I'm cleaning the blood off this headboard from the last action we're at being at. You see there, you know, I'll get a bit of disinfectant in a few minutes and hope to get it all off. You get used to blood. You get to the stage it doesn't bother you. That's your job.
Echo, we have a fire, smoke, fire down with speed lower and down speed lower.
There's a call coming in now from the Johnny district here in the Echo district. That'll be just downtown on Harris Street. And there's smoke issuing from a building. Someone has reported smoke issuing from a building in Western Row.
Time means nothing in here. Like I'm 35 years now, going on 36 in November. I And I can remember the first day I come in here, the 18th of November 1963, and I walked in the gates of Tar Street Fire Station to train as a fireman. I can remember that day very well. And it's only like yesterday. That's what I tell young lads here, to make the best of it. Because times changed. Now, that's not too bad.
About the 104. Go ahead.
104 there, lads. 104 there, Davy. Yeah. No. Right. Yeah, DO Echo now to driver of 106. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. We have a lot of people sleeping in this apartment block, and we have a frying pan with some, it looks like rashers and sausages. That's been cremated. It's a very dangerous situation to be in. And the poor guy is asleep here watching telly, watching the late night movie. No problem. Dear Charlie to 106 Bravo. Yeah, we want an ambulance in here quickly, an ambulance. It looks to be just one person with a smoke inhalation.
Yeah, first way goes down the yard, on the way.
That's grand. A deadly situation there. He had no smoke alarm in the apartment, and that guy has got a second chance. He's got a second bite of the cherry there. Now, if I was him in the morning, I'd go out and I'd buy a half of smoke detectors. He's gambling hard, that fella. But seriously, that was a very serious situation there. We had a frying pan on, and I'd say given an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and that guy would have been overcome. As it was now, he'd have a thumping great headache in the morning because he'd taken in a lot of smoke there.
Passing the back of Taylor Street. Control 102, they're on the way to there any minute.
You're all right there. Yeah, can you stand up for me? Let's have a look at him.
I feel dizzy.
You feel dizzy?
Clapped twice, and we had a few points he didn't take on. I tell you, if he did, switch
He didn't take on. You can't see where you are.
Go ahead, 102. Yeah, the ambulance.
Drugs is a big problem around Dublin City, you know. There wouldn't be a shift on the ambulance where you wouldn't get a heroin user. The problem just seems to be getting worse. Obviously it's freely available out there. I've seen mothers on it with young children, and like kids would be deprived because of it.
Go ahead, 42.
Be the same kind of with alcohol abuse, you know. You've gone into houses where the only thing on the parents' mind would be alcohol, and the children would suffer. So it's a very sad part of life.
Now the 3-4 at the hospital.
234.
It'll be all right.
This is the room now, the dormitory as it's called, for the ambulance. But we probably won't get to see it tonight. You know, it's been fairly busy.
3-5 closing down now.
You spend actually so much time with the lads here. It's like a second family to you. I mean, we all actually know each other's good points and bad points. And we just get along very, very well as a team.
Like there was a time, and Jared would tell you there, when we come in and you were in stations, substations, and during the winter's night, it was a bucket of coal you got for the night to keep the fire going.
That's right.
Am I right or wrong?
That's right.
Here we are now. Yeah,
How many t-shirts have you got from around the world?
Come on, get me one here, come in.
How many have you got in total?
Most of them are American.
How many have you got?
I suppose I have about 7 or 8 American. I have lovely ones. You won't see the ones I have then.
Oh, you have 37 now, Len.
Yeah, but you know the right thing to do with mine.
Well, I have some wine in cases already.
Yeah, making a picture frame.
Patch filter.
And where do you go to get them done?
Buy a picture frames.
Oh dear.
We have some t-shirts in picture frames. T-shirts and picture frames. Yeah. That must be very exciting. Well, every man to his own. Right?
You see us slagging some of the older guys, you know, shouldn't be in the job and all this, messing fellas, messing and all that. They've done so much more than I have done, or probably ever will do, because in their day, there was big fires, house fires every day, every night. We're getting a lot less than that now. So these guys have done so much more than I will ever do. So when they say something, it's an idea to listen to.
You bring it to bed. I'm not going to bed, I'm just going to throw myself on the mattress. As you know yourself, I'll be in there now and I'll be like a coil spring. The bell will go off and out.
You don't forget how to be a fireman. You know? If you've done it, you still know how to do it. It's a fool that sort of ignores the advice of a senior man.